For very many years, the reports that we get, it's more like, oh, it's bad, it's looking very bad. Doom, people talk about the doom and gloom that's surrounding climate science. So I'm excited about this year because there's that positive tone that it's working. So my name is Dr. Esther Obonyo. I'm a professor of engineering design and architectural engineering at Penn State University. COP, first of all, stands for Conference of the Parties. Other people know it as the Climate Summit, or the more formal definition, it's the UNFCCC Climate Summit, United Nations Convention on Climate Change Summit. I think of it as a platform. It's providing a platform for 198 nations to come together and agree on the goals that they are going to set for the coming year. They review progress on the goals that they set the previous years to help advance the progress that we're making towards climate action. The Paris Agreement was arrived at during the 2015 Climate Summit in Paris, and the US played a big role in that, so we should be proud of ourselves. And there was a consensus that all the nations of the world were going to take several actions, come up with nationally determined contributions to limit global warming to 1.5 degrees. This is 10 years later, so that's a big deal for this year. We already know from the emissions gap report that was released a few days ago by the United Nations Environmental Programme, we are not on track. Yeah, but there's also good news. Modern science the latest science is telling us that we are not going to overshoot it by as much as we were on track to overshooting it before the Paris Agreement. So the efforts that people are making, both at the local level and also national level, this is working. The second thing that I'm also very excited about is the discussion surrounding addressing the challenge of extreme heat. It's been hot everywhere. It's official now that 2024 was the hottest year on record. 2023, if you add 2022, 2023, and 2024, the 3 years combined, they have been the hottest ever recorded. So it's good to see this being brought to COP30 as a discussion. The latest report from the UNEP, the emissions gap report, was saying just 1/3 of the countries that had made commitments in alignment with the Paris Agreement have done what they said they were going to do. And that has resulted in a significant reduction already. So imagine what would happen if all of us, both at the national level and individual level, took those small steps towards a positive change. So I think it's very important for us to bear in mind that we are all living with the extreme weather events, first of all, but then secondly, we all have an opportunity to do something to make sure that this is not the business as usual going forward. I think it's also great that the climate summit is happening in Brazil, because of the fact that we all know the Amazon is in the Brazil, and we've all had a lot of talk about the Amazon representing the lungs of the planet. From a built environment perspective, we rely on timber for very many things. We rely on timber for structural components, including beams and columns, but we use it everywhere within buildings. We use it in the frame. We use it for finishings and fixtures. And we don't want to say that the use of any material can be ruled out completely. So I would say that for the timber industry, I can say the same for the cement industry, but there is definitely a place where we can situate our actions so that we are not taking more than what is necessary, and we're also identifying substitutes where they exist. So we can protect our forests, and we can protect also the other natural resources.